Hey guys, welcome back. I am in the process still of chroming 3PO properly, and I'm working on the chest right now. You can see it's nice and shiny and reflective. I have basically prepped almost the whole suit for the silvering step. I have one major piece left, which is the back. Then I have a couple smaller pieces at the shoulder rings, the hands and fingers, and I gotta figure out something to do with the feet because I don't think the shoes I have now are gonna cut it. So I may break out those flexible feet that I got a long time ago and chrome them just for the sake of having something for Comic-Con, which is in 5 days. So I'm trying to get this whole suit done by then. Taking one more look. This shininess here. It's nice and reflective. This is basically a Krylon base coat. The color doesn't matter. It happens to be black because I had a bunch of black spray paint on hand. I just needed a very smooth base coat, and then I clear coated it with an auto clear coat. Now, it's gone easier than I expected. A lot of people made me really nervous that it was super hard to do clear coat. It'll never lay down right. You're gonna get orange peel, but I mean, it's gone on pretty good. It's actually easier than I expected. There are some flubs here and there, but they're pretty subtle, and I really don't have, you can see I'm in a tent right now, I don't have like a proper spray booth. And I think in the future, when I go to do my next suit, I'm going to try to build like a smaller, like more stable, wind-free enclosure to do that. If this comes out good, then I may do some props for people, you know, for commission. I don't want to do it all the time, but it's something, if I can do it, I may as well. But I mean, the base coats come out good. I try the silvering tonight. In a few hours, I will break the silvering stuff out and try my first piece. So if it works, then I will be back with another video. And if it doesn't, then I will be doing emergency all clad just to get the suit done for San Diego. And that's the worst case scenario. Hopefully that's not what happens. If it does, again, I'm making another suit. It doesn't matter too much. The only thing I'm worried about is my chemicals that I got. I was planning on doing this a few months ago, and I had to put it off, and now I'm worried that my chemicals might be getting old and might have issues. I hope that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case. If it is, I'll find out soon. Anyway, sorry for the ramble. Be back in a bit. Bye. Quick look at this in video. There are some flubs. That's actually very hard to see them on camera, but I can see them in person because I'm super up close. But overall, pretty good. Very happy. Alright, so I'm here in my little crappy tent, and I'm about to do the clear coat on this. So take a look. You can see how reflective it is before the clear coat. Now, I've got auto clear coat, so it should stay very reflective still, but it may lose a tiny bit of reflectivity. And what I'm planning on doing is doing a clear coat and then doing a tinted clear coat. But I'm going to let this clear coat completely cure first, and then do the tinted clear tomorrow, or whenever I get the back finished and also coated, because basically I want to assemble the front and the back when I do the tint so that the halves match nicely. I don't have any weird lines if I go too heavy or too light on the tint on one part. So overall, you can see there's a little, it's hard to see, there's a little bit of like residue marks on the surface. I guess what I cleaned it with didn't come off all the way. It's really hard to tell. It might not even be visible once the tint is on it, but you can see it now, barely, and a little tiny bit right in there too. But overall, really happy. Alright guys, so I have applied the clear coat to the chest and the shoulders. The clear coat has a tendency to make the silver look slightly yellow. This is normal. Spray chroming places use a slight blue tint to offset that yellowing effect and make it seem more silver. It's kind of actually hard to tell. Let me see. Here I have the clear coated chest next to the uncoated back. So you can, I don't know if it comes out in camera, it's a little tiny bit of yellowish tinge to it, which is fine because the whole thing's getting tinted yellow anyway. And for the silver leg, I will go pick up some blue tint. I'm gonna clear coat it just like this for this weekend, but then after the weekend, if everything comes out all right, I will hit it with one more layer of tinted clear. Also have the helmet over here. Now, I've been learning a lot about it, the process so far, and figuring some things out. So, in the previous video, when I mentioned that I had some little streaks from the cleaner, I think that's actually my failure to get all of the tinning agent off of the piece. And if I found out that on the face and a couple other spots, if you miss some of the tinning agent, you don't wash it off completely. When you put on the silvering agents that bond to it, it will leave these weird streaky lines. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get that off more. I think I just need to rinse the parts more between the chemical steps. You're supposed to rinse it with distilled water. I've rinsed it, but I don't think I did it nearly enough. So, and then on the back, everything looks really good. It looked awesome. And then there's like one little spot that I was trying to touch up. I was like, oh, maybe I can hit it again. And I made the mistake of, the piece had started to dry, and I sprayed a little bit of silvering stuff in one area, and the overspray kind of caught. You see it made these little, I don't know if you can see them in the cameras, little dots. So I learned not to do that because it was looking really, really good up until I did that. So that sucked. My messy room. I got a shoulder piece here. Again, the same thing when it's almost hard to see it in camera. You can see it in person a little bit, right? Let me see if I can get the light on it. See the little spots. And again, I think those spots were from the not degreasing it enough before I started. So there's some spots where the tinning agent didn't stick to the surface well enough. So as I go, each piece is getting a little bit better. And again, this is my first run. So, hopefully by the end of this, I'll have learned a lot of new tricks. And then after Comic-Con, I will fix any parts that are really bothering me. And then use all this new knowledge in my brain for my next suit, which should be hopefully ready to chrome in like 2 months. We'll see if my schedule allows that. That's what I'm aiming for, and should be pretty good. So I'm happy. I've got a lot to do over the next 2 days, so I'll try to get an update again. I'll probably put a new video up once I figure out the tinting stuff. So I'll go over just a quick thing. Once it all works and I know how to do it, then I will post maybe a tutorial. And I will, I have a test piece. I'm doing one in all-clad and one in the silver solution, and I'm going to tint them at the same time, so you can see how that tint looks on all-clad as well as on this silver. So it'll be the exact same tinting process. So that will apply to my all-clad tutorials from 2 years ago. Back to you guys. Bye.